An alleged cockfighting bust in La Crosse County is leaving humane officials scrambling. News 8's Pauline Lee saw the animals today and tells us about the obstacles they are facing.
Well, the La Crosse County Sheriff's Department and Animal Control seized the 43 birds from 2 properties in the area earlier this week. As we told you yesterday, one of the men accused of owning the birds is facing charges of keeping and training the animals for fighting. The birds are now being housed and cared for in an undisclosed location. And while they're safe and secure now, the hard part may be yet to come.
It's been a busy couple of days for La Crosse County Humane Officer Amy Gabrilska.
The past couple of days has really been us scrambling to try and find housing for 43 individual birds, make sure that we have proper food, proper nutrition for the animals, and that we're able to keep them clean and less stressed.
A total of 35 roosters and 8 hens are now being cared for in an undisclosed location after investigators found the birds and an alleged cockfighting ring covered with blood and feathers at a town of Holland home. They found more birds at another property. The discovery was made after the La Crosse County Sheriff's Department received an anonymous letter to investigate 2 men. The letter said these 2 are raising roosters to fight for money. Later it said this issue has gone on for more than 10 years now. This is a problem for our community and it's time to take action now. That's when one of the men was arrested.
It is very sad and it's very heartbreaking. You think about, all of the loss and the suffering, that has been for these birds. They were in pretty miserable condition, and it's like you have birds with huge amounts of feather loss, wounds, some weeping sores, some eye difficulties, some respiratory troubles.
The men told investigators they were raising the chickens as a hobby, and they belonged to one of their fathers who recently passed away. One of the men, Nia Vang from the town of Holland, is now facing charges. And as for the chickens, Gabrilska says the hard part may be yet to come.
It's difficult to find a placement for them. This is a breed of rooster that is a gamecock. It's like they're made for fighting. That's what they do. It isn't a fancy rooster or a rooster that you have for an egg-laying operation. This is a gamecock. They have, the spirit to continue to fight until their death.
Now, we also spoke to some of Vang's neighbors. They tell me they knew he was raising some chickens, but didn't know anything about training them to fight for money.
Pauline, Animal Control is still waiting on official court orders to determine the next step for the chickens. Vang was released on a $1,000 signature bond and is scheduled back in court later this month.